Hello, my most amazing kindergarten artists. We are going to begin a winter themed project today based on the works of the artist Gustav Klimt. Gustav Klimt, this is one of his pieces, part of one of his pieces called the Tree of Life. And you can see in his tree, he has many, many swirly lines that he used to make the shape of his tree. So when we do our shape today, we are going to practice doing our swirly lines as well. This is my example piece. You can see that it is a pine tree that I have created with swirly lines inside my outline, and then the background I have filled my space with swirly lines. Look at the trunk as well. The trunk is filled with swirly lines, just like Klimt did when he did his Tree of Life. So here are the steps we're going to take today. You're going to have a black piece of paper. Your name is going to be on one side. I've already put my name on mine. So I'm going to flip it over and work on the other side. On the front, we are going to trace the shape of this tree. When we do our project today, we're going to use oil pastel. So we're going to take a white oil pastel and outline the shape of the tree. You don't want to have it at the very top of the paper so that it's hanging off. You want it to be down a tiny bit. And remember, we're going to put on a trunk, so you want to leave room for the trunk at the bottom. I'm going to put down my tracer, and then I'm going to use two hands. I'm going to use one to hold it down and one to trace. So I'm going to go right around the outside of my tree with white, very carefully. And if you need your buddy who sits next to you to help you hold this, that is okay. There is the shape of my tree. From here, we're going to use two different greens. We're going to use a dark green and a light green. This is called using value when we use two different types of the same color. This is a darker value of green, and this is a lighter value of green. You're going to use swirls to fill the space. So you can see that I used a variety of swirls. I used big ones and little ones all throughout to make my tree. You want to leave very little black space in the inside of the tree. So I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to start making swirls. Some are going to be bigger and have lots of swirls in them, and some are going to be smaller and have only a couple little swirls in them. But I'm going to fill the space. I'm going to speed up the video while I fill this with swirls. Okay, now that I have filled my space with the swirls, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the white oil pastel and fill my background with swirls as well. I don't want to leave black space, a whole lot of black space, just like when I did the inside. I'm going to speed up the video again while I do the background. Before I do the bottom, I'm going to put in the trunk of my tree. So it's going to be a rectangle at the bottom. And then I'm going to use my brown and fill it with swirls as well. So it kind of looks like the bark on a trunk. So there's the trunk of my tree, super fast. Fill the bottom here with swirls real quickly again. Using different sizes of swirls helps create variety. You don't want them to all be the same size. Almost done. Okay, there are my swirls. Now, the one thing I meant to do, this very top swirl at the top of the tree, I meant to do yellow. So actually I'm just going to go back over it with a yellow and make it yellow. When you have it this far, we are going to take glue because we are going to add a little bit of shimmer and shine to this piece. So we're going to take glue bottles and we are going to outline on this white line where we have our oil pastel, and then inside the tree where I have black space, I'm going to put a few dots, and then we're going to put glitter on top. So I'm going to open up my glue bottle. Remember, to open up a glue bottle, you have to twist, and then you have to make sure that the top is open. If you see right here, my top looks open, but if I go like this, you should be able to hear it breathe. And I can, so it's open. I'm going to make a line around my tree. Drag my glue bottle right on that line with super careful hands. And then put dots. Tap it and pick it up. Tap it and pick it up. So you want to put dots in your tree where you have black space, because this is going to create the shimmer and shine. Gustav Klimt used golds and browns a lot, and it made his pieces look bright and metallic. So we're going to put in dots in the blank areas to put in some shimmer and shine. Okay, when you have your dots, your glue dots, and this in the drive-through, I'm going to have glitter for you. You're going to bring it over. We're going to put it in one of these bins, and then very carefully we are going to shake glitter onto our piece, just like this. And it doesn't take long, and I'll be there. We're not going to dump the whole container. Then we're going to pick it up and kind of move it back and forth. And when we do that, it's going to cover the whole paper, just like that. It'll go on the drying rack, and then I want to hang some of these in the hallway for the next coming weeks. So this is our project today based on Gustav Klimt with our spirals and our tree. You guys are going to like this. Here we go.